Oh,
All right. How you doing, everybody? We're just kind of getting set up here, and we'll be ready to go here.
let me turn off some lights.
Oh. Hey, Bill, you're back. Hey, how you doing? What's up, huh? Well, Yuchol and I are going to try this. We're using Zoom, and we're going to try doing a live feed together. There's Yuchol. He's fiddling around with lights. So, how's everybody doing other than Bill? Come on, we're kind of missing out on some folks here. Of course, we did say 1 o'clock, so we it might be a couple minutes. There we go.
Uh, I think there's YouTube is spinning.
Spinning.
Yeah,
Oh no, okay. Do you Mutual? Did you call up the video on your computer to see the chats?
yeah, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
video is not. It's paused. It's as if we dropped out or something. It's
No,
buffering.
it's showing on my side.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, Joseph and Anthony and Ewald Eichmann? Ewald, where are you? Tell us where you guys are at. Oh, Stan's on. How you doing, Stan? You can start now. You're here. Okay, we already started without you, Stan. And Tom Zelickman. How you doing, Tom? Now we're on the right stream. Yeah, I took I hit a wrong key and we got kind of started wrong. But it's up now. We're trying to we're using Zoom that everybody's using for the schools and stuff now, and we're trying it out, and maybe later we can get some other people. Uh, but it seems to work. We're just going right through it with the live feed. And William, how you doing, William, down in South Africa? If you got any questions for Yuchol, please chime in. Hey, Gary, Tools for Machine. Cutting tool designer. Yeah, that's slime ball Dennis there. Yeah, Dennis, you're gonna have to watch us. Everett up in Canada. Are you guys in lockdown like we are, Everett? Stephen Lang. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Woods Creek. Hello. You're on. Hey, did you know you two? You're on. You're chatting.
I am Everett. Yeah, I my kids were freaked out about my hair, so I had to cut the rest of it off.
Yeah. He had the Mao cut right from China, right?
Yep.
Uh, hey, Skip Tracer. Hey, Jim, how you doing? So, okay, Stan, we got a question for Stan. Stan, your communist city down there, are you going to have the bash? I keep getting asked that. Hello, Billy. Scott Bell, how you doing? Joseph, oh, you're up close to Canada too, huh? Oh, wow. See, Stan even freaked out on your haircut there.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I challenged Stan to cut his hair, but he kind of wimped out.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah, that
There was a one video recently that Stan had posted. I mean, it was like, you know.
Oh, thanks, Bill. Yeah, that's the three Harbor Freight boxes there with the bench on top and stuff. Yeah, that came out pretty good. That works really good. Everyone asked that. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, you're down in Alabama. Yeah, travel and hotels are the problem. Yeah, that's um, I I don't know. This the governor said yesterday. He said call me in 2 weeks, and I'll try to answer that question. About when they're gonna lift all this stuff. And so I tell you, the governor wants to keep it locked down for a long time. You came in the you came into the shop, Mike. Now, Mike, what are you building? Are you building a log splitter? That's what it looks like you're building. How you doing, George from North Carolina? What else you doing in your shop, Yuchol? Tell us what you're doing. What you're baking.
Well, I am trying to finish up my squareness comparator. Uh, I did post first video of showing how I made the base, right?
Oh man, that came out nice.
It's got, yeah, the hardened ground balls at the bottom and the shaft. So I got that done for the first video, and I've been working on the upper body. And I don't mean lifting weights and
No,
no,
we can see you don't do that.
no, I certainly don't do that. So I've been working on the upper body for it.
Oh yeah.
So cutting that little tiny dovetail in there for the dial test indicator was a bit challenging, but it turned out pretty good.
Now you ground a tool for that
Yeah,
for the dovetail.
I used old two flute high speed steel end mill, and I just got rid of one flute because I figured there's twice as chance of screwing up. So I just reshaped one flute, and that's all I did. It was like 3/16 of an inch diameter.
Oh
Yeah. So I hopefully I can get this done here in a couple days and put out the second video and be done.
yeah. So how's that top piece going to work? Show us how that's going to work.
Well, so this top piece is tight because I haven't deburred yet. Goes in there, and there will be hardened spring steel plate that goes underneath attaching these two, and the
Uh,
ball will be ground down flat,
oh, okay.
and there
So
will
that
be a fine adjust screw that comes down on it.
okay. So you're going to use a flexure for the adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there will be a screw or bolt to tighten against the column.
Yeah.
Yeah, the and I I spent a few days thinking about what kind of flexure to use, because you obviously want spring steel, and I found MS and McMaster Car actually sells those spring steel sheets in a soft state.
And then, well, how do you harden it or heat treat it to make it a spring?
Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you do all the machining. It's 1095 steel, I think that's what
Well,
they
okay.
call it. So
Yeah.
you heat treat
Hey,
it
Craig, how you doing?
and quench in oil and temper it back, and that's all you need to do.
Oh, well, that's pretty easy. You could do that with just a hand torch and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Small,
lazy.
such a small part.
Yeah, I'm lazy, so I tend to go for the easy route.
Yeah, but you have a hot shot, so.
Well, yeah, uh, I'm lazy, but I'm also spoiled. So yeah, I
Yeah,
got one of Stan's Hotshot 360s.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Tim. Oh, Tim. Hey, I got a message, Tim. You said you sent me $10 for buying something, but I think you got the wrong email address in purchasing something. Just so you know, Tim, I just saw that, and I'll have to get that back to you. How you doing, Journeyman Randy? Randy, hey, Randy is evaporating his sap from his maple trees to make syrup. I've never seen that done. He did a video on that, and check out Journeyman Randy there. And he was I've never seen that done before. I didn't really know how people did that. And, I was amazed how thin the sap is. It's 90 something percent water. It looks like.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He made an evaporator tray, boom, with wood stove, and he's making his own syrup. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a friend in Alaska, and they have birch trees, and they collected the sap from those and made birch syrup from that.
Oh,
And
wow. I never
they
heard of
sent
that.
they sent us a little bit of it. It's different.
Huh.
It's not the maple syrup type of taste. It's a little bit different flavor.
Yeah.
No, Stan, I haven't got my oven finished yet. But now I'm going to build a shop edition, so it's going to have to wait. Then I'll have room. Oh, my oven started, but I haven't finished. Too many other things going. Yeah, yeah, lots of maples up north. Yeah, that's yeah. But I was really surprised. He was telling about the maple trees and the sugar content and the I mean, how many you got to have a lot of gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. I mean, 40, 50 gallons of stuff, sap. I was amazed.
Wow. I would have never thought that.
Yeah, it was huge. It's huge amount. Yeah. Oh, here, Journey just said took 400 liters to get 10 liters of syrup. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the birch syrup tastes a little different. Hey, Sandrammer, how you doing? So what are you guys doing in your shops to kill your time? I'm working on cement mixer. I've been cutting firewood, cleaning tree messes up, uh, working on the cement mixer. Making I made a bunch of dovetail cutters. Um, what else? Uh, and getting things ready for the shop edition. I got my plans back. I got a permit now. So yep, yep, yep. So plans, I got everything back. Building department, I'm all approved. I have a permit. So now the weather is finally turning a little bit better, and I'm going to start digging here, hopefully in a couple days.
weren't you just telling me how much you love making dovetail cutters and you wanted to make more?
I just know. Usually, you can't tell everybody my secrets that I just hate making dovetail cutters now.
Well, you just pretend
Oh,
you don't like making
oh
them.
no, I tell you, I really don't like production stuff work, and man, oh, it's going to be a while before I make a dovetail cutter again. I think.
Well, it's very repetitive, right?
Yeah, yeah. Fiberglass insulation and drywall. I doubt if I use any drywall, Randy. I will insulate, but I will. I don't think I'll drywall anything. Um, Gary's cleaning machines. Oh, upgrading electrical and cleaning machines. You have a lot of old machines to clean, Gary.
Well, Gary just picked up some cool machines too recently, right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, oh, well, I mean, he got that planer a while back, and then what did he get the other day? Now I can't even remember. What did you get the other day, Gary?
I remember him sharing like priceless
Yeah,
screen too.
uh, Tim, more circuit board tester parts. Yeah, making epoxy coasters. Oh, mill and grind. Anthony's working on getting his mill and grinder cleaned up and painted. Did you see anybody in California here? Uh, Chuck Bomarito posted a surface grinder. Boyer Schultz looked in pretty good, darn good shape for really cheap. He probably found it on Craigslist. He didn't buy it, but he just posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, I bet that didn't last 5 minutes.
Well, it was. Did you see that? Was
Yeah,
it was like listed for $150?
and yeah, and
Or
Chuck said it
yeah.
was delivered too.
Oh wow. I should have bought it just to buy it. Oh, what's
Oh,
Billy?
that's right.
Billy uses Makerspace. How does that Makerspace stuff work out? I mean, I know some other people have done it. They kind of get discouraged. It seems like sometimes. And Bill making using an X carve. Sweet. What are you carving, Bill? Um, Everett. Oh, it's going to do Code Hanger 2020 project. Halfway done. I tell you, it took me a long time just to come up with an idea. Uh, oh, Kearns. Yeah, that's what it was. Horizontal mill and a lodge and Shipley lathe. Yeah, boy,
Yeah.
horizontal mill would be. Horizontal boring machine, not horizontal mill, but a horizontal boring machine. Boy, that would be that'd be a nice piece of equipment to have. I'd have that over just about most any other new equipment. I wouldn't mind having a small one of those.
Well, you're gonna have a shop edition.
Yeah, well, it still won't be room.
I keep telling you, you gotta go bigger.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's going to cost me like 3 times more than estimated. The permit, just the permit, cost me almost $1,500 just for the permit. And everybody's going to say, "Oh, it's going to be $600, $700, $800 at the most, Randy. No problem." Yeah, well, $1,500 is almost twice as much. Yeah, yeah. Wood chips, Bill. You're making wood chips? I've got wood chips. I've got like 30 truckloads of chips dumped here from the tree guys. My wife wanted chips, and we gave them a spot to dump them for nothing, and boy, we got chips. Uh,
Well, you planning on building a playground?
no, it we use it around the fruit trees.
Oh,
It helps keep the weeds down and around the outside of our garden and some garden areas around the house. It, you get down 6 inches of that stuff, and you don't get any weeds come up and stuff. It's and it's free. Yeah,
yeah, it works good.
yeah. Bill's working on a wheeled base for his big drill press, and working on a CNC controller for his Grizzly conversion. Oh yeah, a lot of people do that CNC Grizzly conversion on the little mills. When do you going to get a little mill,
Me?
Yuchol? Yeah.
Oh no, no, I don't want to go back to my wife asking for more tool money. So,
Yeah. When you going to start? You got a horizontal mill. You gonna
yeah,
are you going to clean that up?
yeah, I've been waiting for the spring.
Yeah.
So it's a KNT 2H. It's a big one. I gotta go through it. It needs a total clean and going through
Now,
it.
is that thing all like hydraulic
Yeah,
operated? Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the exact same mill that Steve Summers has,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
and
a
I
pretty good
think
size
Keith
mill.
Rucker also has one too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Uh,
I messaged exchanged some messages with Steve, and he has some suggestions on literature and stuff. So, but I gotta do that this year.
they'll, take you a couple months. How many horsepower is that thing?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. Yeah, not
Yeah,
too bad.
and I gotta figure out a phase converter for it because everything else I run off of VFD, but that'd be a little too big.
Yeah, it'd be a little big. Scott is has rebuilding a Boyer Salts. Yeah. And hey, Kevin, how you doing, Kevin?
Is this
Um,
Bill and Billy Day? There are a lot of Bills today.
a lot of Bills. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that Bill Lewis, Bill Nevergall, Holdison. Yeah. Yeah. No permit needed in Alabama. I know. Yeah, there's a lot of states where all I would have had to walk into the building department and say, "Hey, I want to build this." They say, "Oh, good going. Good luck with that. Go ahead." They don't want to know.
Yeah.
Montana's that way. Wyoming's that way. places like, evidently Alabama is that way. Yeah. Yeah. Here, they, if you move, I think, I want to say it's just 10 yards of dirt. If you just do 10 yards of dirt work, like, grading for a spot or something like that, you have to have a permit. It's ridiculous. Hey, Blue Wolf, how you doing?
$50.
What's this? I missed it. Did I miss something?
Joseph says he's cost $50. I think he means his permit.
Oh, probably. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can understand permits for sewer and, that sort of thing. That's pretty important. Uh, and well drilling. You got to get permit for wells, but they want to tax you on everything, and that's the big thing.
Yeah.
House of broken Dobbs things. That's Dan. Don't be late next time, Dan. Dan's locked up at home, so he's finally making videos again.
I noticed that.
I met Dan at Mr. Pete's.
Oh,
Mr. Pete's get together. Yeah. I love
so
the format. Both you guys chatting. Yeah. I think we can enjoy more of it time to time. Time
yeah.
to time. Well, thank you, Terry. Yeah, you know, uh, we're giving this a try, and we could probably maybe do some more of this sort of thing. Need permit for everything in New Jersey. Yeah. Well, it's a communist state too, Stephen, just like ours. Yeah. A lot of municipalities now and are using Google Earth. You can get really good pictures if you pay for Google Earth, and there's a lot of stuff that you get for pay, but they use Google Earth now to survey their counties, and if you put a new building up, and then they come and tax you. And I know our county's doing that now.
They never miss out on opportunity to get more money.
30 by 30 costs $50. Yeah, my addition's only going to be 16 by 28. Yeah, and that permit is one thing, and then I'll get taxed on it even more. No plans needed. Oh, that's nice.
Hey,
Well,
Randy, Dan has a good question for you.
oh,
He wants to know what next big tool you have for sale.
what tool I have for sale? Well, you can't be saying anything. That's not right.
A
I
pencil holder, right?
A pencil holder, sure, yeah, yeah. I'll 3D print a pencil holder. Hey, I made some shop mirrors. I 3D printed, and then I slipped these 3-inch mirrors. I actually have to warm it up a little bit and stretch it out and snap the mirror in. But little shop mirrors for working on the mill, or when you got an indicator. These came out pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh, I can't say anything about that tool I'm gonna
Well, then stop
make.
talking about it.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna work. Uh, yeah, Dennis Nolan, you guys, cutting. If you don't know who Dennis Nolan is, he's cutting tool designer there. Dennis works for Niagara or Seco. Niagara
Yeah.
Seco works for Niagara.
Well, I tell you what, I just got one of their 5 flute Helix end mill. It was like heaven, man. It's like butter.
Yeah,
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 awesome.
nice. Did you use that fly food for? What did you use it for? Slots, or did you use it for end?
The
Uh,
end.
the end facing? Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean those it was the shavings. I just wanted to keep on going. I didn't care if the part was getting too small. I just wanted to keep on going because it was just that smooth, you know.
Now, who recommended that to you, Yuchol?
I wouldn't mention Randy's name.
Yeah. Oh, they work so. I mean, that's all I use now to make dovetail cutters with is the Niagara end mill. Yeah. I can get, like I said, I think I told you Yuchol this already, but I can get, oh, between usually right around 60 or, 50 to 60, I should say, uh, large end mills out of a cutter without never noticing it is dull at all. You know, when you get in the 50, 60 range, you notice it's getting a little dull.
But you're cutting harder material too, right?
Well, that's in the 41 40 pre-hardened stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not uh, it's not that it's hard, but it's not that hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's more tough.
yeah,
It makes it pretty tough.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
I mean, I love using that stuff though for so many things. It's wonderful material. Such a teaser. Yeah, Mr. Nolan is awesome. Yeah. No, I give Dennis a hard time. He gives me a hard time back. But we get along good. Dennis has been very kind to me and stuff. Just very nice. Give Dennis a sub. There you go. There's a link. Stan just put up a link to Dennis's channel. I hope Dennis. I hope your health is improving and you're doing well. And I hope you're staying well with the virus thing going here. Uh, you know, I the virus thing I think is and it's bad and people are passing away or died and I don't I don't think it was necessary to shut the country down for it though. I just uh, I just don't. I don't know who Dolvici Vida 51 is, but how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Where do you buy the cutters from? Yeah. Yeah, I also buy from MSC. Yeah, Dennis, you need to go back to work. I, Dennis, did they send you home to work at home? Is that what they did? Stan, are you able to work? I don't know, Stan. I don't know if he's even able to go out and work. They say a lot. Most contractors they said they can't work.
Well, it looks like Stan's been busy cleaning out his shop lately.
Well, yeah, that's what you said. That Stan had a bunch of tools for sale.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see
that's
that,
something
but
I should do too. Clean out my shop, get rid of things that I haven't touched in years.
oh yeah, but 20 years from now, you might have an idea. That's what I have. I have stuff, and all of a sudden, boy, I'm sure glad I saved that.
Well, so I moved around a lot when I was working, and I still have boxes that have 3 or 4 moving tags on them, and they haven't been opened.
Is there good stuff in them?
I don't know. I'm afraid to open it, but if I haven't had the need yet, I mean, why open them? I should just pitch them.
Oh man, yeah. I we have a whole barn full of stuff. Actually, it's mostly my wife's stuff. I have very few things down there in the barn.
Oh, that bites.
What's that?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
missing something.
Stan says Karen's brother died, so he had doubles and triples. That's why.
Oh, oh, sorry. Well, Dennis, I hope your lungs are okay, and that's bummer. That's not good going to the hospital now. Hey, Eric, how you doing, Eric? You made it in time. Eric, are you must be able to work in your shop, huh? Eric is the one who helped me get my plate, my welding table fixture plate ground. Thanks, big thanks for Eric, and Eric's been a great contributor to some tooling for my shop, and I can't thank Eric enough. He's been a great supporter of the channel. You're locked out of the plant working from home. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe they'll keep it that way for you. Oh, Steve. Hey, Steve, how you doing, Steve?
I call him Peanuts Dad.
Peanuts, Dad? Oh, Peanut the squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, I shoot all the squirrels here. Yeah. Wait, I found this out from my sister-in-law. So she's a veterinarian, and she says that in almost every state you can't have a squirrel as a pet. Actually, she didn't know of any states that you could keep a squirrel as a pet.
Well,
Of course,
why
I mean
not? I mean,
Steve's squirrel's wild, but I
if
was
you
just
can
saying that
have
I didn't know that.
if you can
Yeah.
have mice as a
No,
pet, you know why?
no. Well, there's a lot. Well, in California, at least, you can't have a ferret
Really?
either. Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
There's all these weird all these animals. There's all sorts of them that you're not supposed to have as pets. Yeah.
Huh.
Boy, I have a hard time reading comments. I say pop on by, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's see. What else are you working on? So I got a chunk of lead from somebody. My neighbor gave me a chunk of lead. He thought it was babbitt, but I think it's lead. It weighs about 15 pounds. Big old chunk.
is this something that happens often with you? People just
Yeah.
chunks of lead?
Well, I get his father had a machine shop, and his grandfather, and yeah, and he had a lot of leftover, a lot of junk from it. But he does have a very cool, I've never seen before. Uh, it's a circular saw blade sharpener, and I can't remember who makes it, but it's really old, and it's a pretty cool machine. And he has it set up so he can sharpen
Oh, that,
chainsaw chains on it. But yeah, you could do, but it's mainly made for circular saw type stuff. It's a cool machine. Squirrels are food around here. Yeah. The other day there was a group. They must have just come out of their nest or something, running around. They'll run around together, and there was a group of four, and I got three of them. They became coyote food.
well, see, Randy, my father-in-law started a new hobby a couple of years ago. So he lives in Montana, Billings, and he gets a lot of squirrels. So he decided he's going to set up traps all over his property. He's got 2 acres, and he catches them, and he drives all the way to the other side of town,
Oh, and
and
drops
he
them.
lets them go.
I I also caught. Well, we just got started getting ground squirrels here, like 2 years ago. You used to never have them. So
Yeah.
I'm on a binge. I poison them, I shoot them, and I've trapped a couple. And I trapped one the other day, and the trap and everything just go in a barrel of water. They only last a few seconds.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Peanut looks huge, and
Oh,
I
he's just
know
a
if my kids had Peanut, they would love it though.
oh yeah. That gray squirrel that they have, that's a small one because the gray squirrels here weigh 2-3 pounds. They're big. Oh no, they are monster gray squirrels that
Oh,
we have. But we have so many. I just shoot them.
yeah.
Yeah. Nothing left. Yeah. Yeah. 45 ACP. Yeah. That kind of fixes them up. I just use a
Yeah.
22.
You know, Tom, I don't know, Tom at Hilltop Machine Works, he's been trying to pour that concrete floor for weeks, and he just kept getting rained out. Poor guy.
Well, well, they kind of started at the wrong time of year. Beginning of winter, and yeah, it makes it tough. They're J Dwelly. I guess.
Yeah.
He
You
loves your
notice,
channel. He doesn't love mine. He loves yours. So
I was
that's
gonna
okay.
point that out. I was gonna point that out. You notice his says he loves my channel, not yours.
Yeah, yeah. There's Tom, Hilltop Machine. Check
Yeah.
out Tom's channel, you guys. Check out all these guys, all these other YouTubers that are in here.
Snowed out. Wow, we're expecting 70 degrees here in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, yes, yeah, well, yeah, Steve. Yeah, you're the squirrel you got there. He's just wild, right? So he just comes and goes. But I tell you, that's pretty wild that he likes you. You must feed him well. I wouldn't try to grab one of our squirrels around here. They'll take your arm off. You guys seen Roscoe? That's my son's dog, in the videos and stuff. And one time I shot a squirrel and he wasn't quite dead when he hit the ground. And well, Roscoe ran over there to to sniff it. He doesn't really do anything with him or anything. He went over to sniff, and that thing grabbed his lip. So he had this 2-pound squirrel hanging on his lip. he was just trying to get it off.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, it was funny.
I see more of moles here than squirrels just because they like to dig up our yards and yeah.
Yeah, you got moles bad. Yeah, my daughter has moles. They got moles where they are too. Yeah, but but moles are they eat bugs, worms. That's what they're going after. We have a few moles
They can
here.
eat whatever they want,
No,
but they destroy my yard.
but they still destroy your yard. Well, they're aerating it
Well, yeah, but when
with
you
their
have
tunnels, right?
a lab like I do, and you have mold,
Oh.
your backyard looks like bomb craters from World War I, World War II, everywhere. It's like craters, and you're trying to mow.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so if the dog goes after him, yeah.
Yeah, they'll dig all the way to China.
Eve's had a foot and a half of snow 2 days ago. You know what? A week or so ago, we had 10 inches of snow. Yeah, it's been off and on. Today's a beautiful day, but it's been kind of up and down a lot. Oh, we won't shoot. We won't shoot Mrs. Summers' squirrel. Oh, two terriers that eat the squirrels, catch them and eat them. Yeah,
Yeah.
could power some FX, right? Yeah. Hey, I'm trying today. I'm trying really hard. I want to get the motor in it today. I'm really, really trying here.
Which motor does it have?
An electric motor. You didn't see the video where I showed the electric motor?
I just tell you I watch your videos.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. But it's a big. I think it's like. I want to say it's probably from the 40s or 50s, probably 50s. Motor. It's old, and but it's a GE one, big one horse one. It's got a
It's,
lot of torque. So
hmm,
yeah, 78 and sunny in Jacksonville.
wow.
Chip ran over his phone with his mower. Yeah.
On purpose?
Oh, probably not. Probably bounced out as he's going along. Yeah, shoot. I haven't seen any really too many deer yet. Steven says they got deer already. Yeah, we we haven't seen the. I would think the deer are around it, but we really haven't seen too many yet. We have way too many deer here.
Maybe Stan thought it was personal when Jim Bollinger didn't answer his call.
Yeah. Oh, oh, Christopher Newton there. Oh, you're down in Florida. Okay, 90 and sunny. Yeah.
Little known fact, Randy. Did you know I used to live in Florida? I lived there for
Oh,
1 year.
oh, really?
In
Would
fact,
you?
about 30 minutes from where Adam Booth lived.
Oh, well, when you were in the military or no?
Just now, during high school, I lived there
Oh,
for a year. Fort Walton Beach, Florida, just in the Panhandle.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've never been up in the Panhandle. I've been to Fort Lauderdale, Miami,
I didn't like
and
it.
I think that's. Oh, I went. There was a, we went somewhere else with a ship one time. There, I'm trying to remember where now. It was kind of a weird place. Yeah, can't
Weird.
remember. Yeah. Oh, uh, every time it's just hot. It's too hot there, too humid there in the summer. The winter time's the only nice time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
everybody likes different things, but it wasn't just wasn't for me.
Classic restorations is dogs think squirrels are squeaky toys. I like that idea. Yeah. I need a dog that thinks squirrels are squeaky toys. Yeah, that's good.
Some reason I thought Roscoe was your dog.
No, he's our son's dog. We just take care of him. He's not here now. He's with my son right now. So yeah, we have him a lot of the time though. Probably most of the time. Digger up there. I met Digger up. I met Digger up. He came to Mr. Pete's uh, get together. Yeah, when you start naming the animals, oh boy, kiss of death. They're never gonna go away. They become pets.
Well, I'm not. You could be really lucky and have a special goat like my neighbor's goat.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That makes the material cost a lot cheaper,
Yeah,
huh?
you just have to feed them metal chips.
Oh, William, you're down in Houston, huh? Yeah. I spent a lot of time down in Houston when I worked. A lot of time there. The old Exxon building, and well, we with Sea River most in the Exxon building a little bit, but mostly over where Sea River was located in a different building. But 39 in northern Minnesota, Tim. Still cold up there. One big deer crossing. Don't they have those signs that makes those deer so they know where to cross the road? Don't you have those deer sign crossing signs? They have them here. That tells all the deer where to go.
Don't get me started, Randy.
No,
They, you
uh,
know what? Washington State DOT just spent $3 million building a wild animal crossing, overhead crossing over interstate.
do
No
they?
cost, no
Well,
people.
that most of that cost though doesn't go into building that. Most of the cost goes into the re-education of the animals to teach them how and what to use the crossing for.
That makes sense.
That you didn't know that? It's all
I
about
didn't know that.
re-education. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's what liberals think.
$3 million.
You can re-educate animals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like you let the prisoners go out of the prisons just because they might get sick, and you're going to re-educate them. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they can teach me to teach animals how to read so they can see the sign.
Well, that's what they're going to do. That's what that millions of dollars. They have to be able to read the deer crossing signs or animal crossing signs, so they know where to cross, where it's safe. Yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah,
So only the illiterate deer are the ones that are getting hit by cars.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
Now it all comes together. Now you know where the where the communists get their ideas. 57 in Knoxville. Oh, you live down Knoxville, Billy. Yep. Do you know Tom? Tom Eason? Tom was there. Uh, so just
So,
hanging out on the front porch.
Steve Summers, how far are you from Indianapolis? I used to live outside of Indianapolis, and whenever I see Brian Block's videos, field after field of corn and beans, it's like that's how my backyard looked like. And I know Steve doesn't live that far from Brian.
Well, the Bryans in Kentucky.
Well, isn't that where Steve is also?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
is that close to Indiana?
yeah,
Indiana?
yeah, right below
Oh,
it.
oh, oh. Okay. I didn't know they lived close enough to that. Oh, I've never been. I've never been in the middle of the country. I've been around all around.
Well, states are pretty small over there. I mean, like I grew up in Montana, fourth largest state. So you drive like all day and you're still in the same state, you know?
Yeah, right. That's a right. Back there, you can cross 3 states in 2 hours. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lexington.
Did I see the video? Did I see the video this week of the container ship taking out the two gantry trains? Oh, I don't know. I did not see that.
Well, the freighter ship that came in too fast in South Korea in Busan,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, it had tugboats and everything too, but it came in really hot and took out multiple crane posts.
I tell you, okay. So people have asked me to tell sea stories. So one time we were at the we we used to go up to Baton Rouge. Okay, so it's like 90. I want to say it's 90 miles. You have to go up the Mississippi River, and we went to the Exxon refinery. Was right there. It's on the water, and it's above the bridge there at Baton Rouge, and it's upstream of the bridge, I should say. And so the ship is 907 feet long, 125 feet wide. Good, and max depth with the draft was like 55 feet. Steamship. So a lot of times we would pull into the dock and just going straight up river. You had to go past under the bridge. You go upstream, and the bridge is only a couple miles upstream, and you'd pull into the dock and pull up to the dock. And tugboats, yeah, help you and all that. And then when you leave, though, you would have to peel off, pull away from the dock, and then let the current, peel off and swing the ship around. And you're head downstream, and you got to be turned and straight before you get to the bridge. Or there were sometimes we would go upstream, we'd turn around and then dock. So we're pointing downstream. So we just would pull away, and we wouldn't even need any tugboats to leave. We could just pull off the dock, float off the dock, and head out. So this one time we did the upstream docking where we just pulled in. We would have to turn around. So we had some new guys, a new chief engineer that never been on the ship before, and the first engineer was, I'm sorry, but the man was a moron. And he's dead and gone now, but the man was a moron. I was a second engineer, and the, they wouldn't let me go home. I had to stay on the ship as long as they were there.
To
So
babysit them?
because they were anyway, they're down in the engine room, the chief and the first, and they're on the first engineer was on watch that afternoon. And so we get ready to go, and we're going to turn around, swing around. The tugboats are going to get us swung, and then once we get about 3/4 of the way around, usually tugboats let go, and we're good. We get broadside in the river. It's almost 1,000-foot ship. We're broadside in the river, and they lose. It's a steamship. They lose the plant. They
Oh,
lose they lose the boiler. We lose all propulsion, and we are broadside in the river, and we're like a mile and a half from the bridge. And we're going downstream. The river is taking us, right? And we're broadside. The tugs hurry to get back and hooked up as fast as they can. But we're drifting, and we get down. We get down. So anyway, let me put it this way: we didn't hit the bridge, but black smoke is pouring out of the ship, just pouring out of the stack. They're trying to get the fire lit in the boiler and get pressure, get the boiler back online. It's only a single boiler ship, so there's only one source of steam. It's so critical. So I saw the black smoke, and so I ran down there. I literally had to push the chief engineer out of the way and get the boiler relit and get we got some steam pressure back up enough. We didn't lose all the steam pressure. We still had the generator running, but we got things going again, and we were able to give them some propulsion and they got the ship turned, and we got through the thing. Oh, I tell you, it was nail biting time because well, if we hit that bridge, it wouldn't have been pretty.
Did you have to run down there with one of those barbecue lighters and say,
Well,
"I
no, but no, but I had to tell them that you have to get out of the way. Oh,
wow,
that was so long ago. Oh, that was a long time ago.
that could have ended up pretty bad."
Oh, we got the ship turned. We were less than a half a mile, I think, when we finally we're straight, so we could go through the bridge. The tugboats helped us and everything, but man, it couldn't stop the ship. The tugboats weren't strong enough to stop the ship from drifting. So,
Yeah.
oh
Well,
yeah, it
they
was
they
bad.
weren't strong enough to stop this freighter either. It just took out the cranes. And
Well, I have to see that. We bumped into a few docks where we took out the piling. And it doesn't take much. The ship hardly has to be moving at all, and the mass is so much that you can bump up against a piling, and it's going to take it out. It's so critical to be going so slow when the tugs are moving the ship and stuff. There, Steve says he's just outside Lexington.
yeah.
Yeah, snowing again up there. Joseph, what Joseph Duda? You didn't say what state you were in there. Uh,
For 2.5 hours. Ah, pretty close, Steve. We could have been
what
buddies.
Steve lives in a hilly area. He doesn't live in a farmland area.
No, parts of Lexington gets the geography gets kind of different from the flatland. So, but yeah, I could have been Steve's buddy instead of yours. I mean, I could my life could have would have turned out completely
Oh
different.
yeah, Steve has a better shop than I do.
He's got yeah. I mean,
Yeah. You could go over there and use his tools.
and Peanut. I could play with Peanut.
You can help me fix his shop up the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, Joseph, you're in New York. Okay, right on the Canadian line.
Mm.
Oh, Journeyman Randy. Yeah, Randy's up in Ottawa there, and yeah, snowing.
So
Oh,
Dennis lives in Pennsylvania, huh?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I used to. I told you I travel. I moved around a lot. I used to live and work outside of Pittsburgh, and it's there. They don't have straight roads in Pennsylvania. There are no straight roads. It's all curved, and if you don't have a GPS, you don't make it.
What was it? Hilly?
Hilly, yes, and
Oh, yeah.
just
Uh,
old roads. So yeah, following the hills and just all curves.
you should have moved to Kansas. They're all straight roads.
Well, after that, I moved to Indiana where it's flat and everything's grid, nice grids, you know.
So, what's your next project after the one you're doing now, Yuchol?
Well, it depends on who you ask. You ask my wife.
Oh,
I'm supposed to repaint inside the house because you know how I love painting,
you
and
did a nice job on the outside part last year.
yeah, but she wants to paint inside. It's like 30 feet high walls, and
Oh, yeah.
of course, when she says "let's paint," she means usual you paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got a few things that I need to get done around here. I wanna get started on my tool and cutter grinder that I picked up last year. So
Oh, right. I forgot about that one.
yeah, it's a old
Yeah.
Cincinnati number 2. Uh, I've watched Steve play with his tool and cutter grinder sharpening end mills. Make kind of give me the itch. So
Ah. as soon as you get that going, I'll send you a box of end mills you can sharpen for me and
Yeah,
send it back, and then
I'll,
send it
I'll,
back.
I'll start with yours. I'll start with yours.
Oh,
Practice on them.
You- yeah, Yuchol was kind of like a bloodhound. His parents leave him here and there, and he always found his way back home.
Yeah. And,
That's what Stan said. Said they kept dropping you off, and
all right.
they couldn't
You
get
want
away.
and you open the door. Now, my mother has a twisted, sick sense of humor. So when I was little, I remember coming home from playing outside one day, and my mom says, "Where you been all day?" I said, "I've been playing." She says, "Your real mom was here." I go, "What are you talking about?" She says, "Your real mom was here." And she says, "When you were little, I found you under the bridge." So so apparently I ran outside crying, running after trying to find my real mom.
Did you
That
find
was
her? Did you
yeah.
find her? Yeah. Well, cruel things. Uh, Eric, you got a problem with your surface grinder. Eric has a really nice, it's a big surface grinder. It's really nice.
Like how big?
Oh, um, the grinding wheels were, I want to say his grinding wheels were at least 10 inches.
Wow.
It's big. It's good. So, I mean, for a shop in the shop one, it's not one of these super monster things, but it's good
Bit bigger
size
than
though.
your mustache, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It probably has what the magnet might be 2 feet long.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty good size.
14 inch.
Huh? Oh, Eric, 14 inch. Oh, okay.
14-inch wheel.
Oh, wheel. Yeah, they're big. They were
Yeah.
big. Oh, yeah, he had another one there. Oh, yeah, 14 by 30. So it's like a good size. It's pretty nice. He had when I was there, he had picked up some parallels on eBay,
Hmm.
and so we put one on there. Man, he ground that thing in 10 minutes. Boom, 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 done. It was beautiful. It came out beautiful. Yeah, it is a nice unit. Oh, Bill says it was the bridge that Randy tried to crush into is where you were left. Yeah.
I
It was a
missed
big
that.
bridge. It's a big bridge.
My mom was mean when I was little.
Mean, I could tell. Yeah.
It helped shape me the way I am today.
Short and round.
Exactly. And bald at the moment.
And bald. Oh, I'm not getting a haircut like that. Nah, nah. Yes, Steve. It's a wreck at the moment. It sure is, literally. Of course, I don't know. Your videos might be behind. You might be ahead of your videos. Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, I think it was 5 minutes. It was awful quick. They did a beautiful job, Eric. You don't like my mustache, Dennis, just because you can't grow one.
Well, no, we Asians can only grow a tiny long one in the middle down here. So we can go like this. Mm.
Oh, I, I, I've grown a beard before, but nah, they're too hot.
Well, you gotta admit yours is a bit out of control. It's like
It, it's what I told it to stay. It stays. Hey, it's not out of control. I've had a mustache since I was uh, um, 20. Yeah, I've shaved it off a couple times, but I grew it right back. My wife didn't like she didn't know who I was, so I grew it right back. Yeah.
who knows? Maybe she liked the new Randy.
Yeah, well, no, no. Yeah. I trying to catch up on. I'm trying to read here and catch up on this stuff.
Dan says it looks like squirrel laying across your face.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really about the same color as the gray squirrels.
Yeah, I mean it's so big it needs
Yeah.
its own zip code.
Yosemite Sam. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm close enough. You wouldn't, guys, you wouldn't believe the compliments I get about my mustache. So I get it from men, women, oh, all the time. I'm not kidding you. We're backpacking, and I've had gals say how fantastic my mustache is.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm trying to picture this, Randy. So you're
Yeah,
backpacking. You're backpacking out in the wilderness.
yeah,
Some random woman comes up to
yep,
you and,
yep,
and tells you how much she loves your
yep,
handlebar mustache.
yep.
Now I gotta hear the second half of this story.
No, no,
What happened after that?
no, no. That's all you're gonna hear. But that's it. That's it. But I just say that. Oh no, I've had lots. It's pretty wild. People just yeah, yeah. I think it's strange too, but
Yeah, backpacking. Wow.
yeah, yeah. We go for hikes in the park, and there's a lot of people out there on the trails and stuff, and yeah. Uh,
I usually try to avoid people.
yeah, you're a recluse. You're loving the lockdown. Uh,
My life has not changed, other than my kids and wife are home now.
yeah, yeah. I must say, for me, no, it hasn't changed much. But other than I can't do my shop project probably too much because it's going to be hard to get supplies delivered and stuff. So
Yeah.
uh, it makes it's going to slow things down here a little bit. Yeah, I'm with you, Craig. Yep, there's those who can, and those who can't. I don't know about a chick magnet, but I'm amazed. Okay, we're coming up on an hour, you guys. So we're gonna call it Yuchol. As
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for stopping in and visiting with us, and we'll Yuchol and I we'll figure maybe we'll try to do this again sometime. First airing kit for the hot shot. Oh, the argon kit. Yeah,
Argon.
yeah. So stand for the argon. Get yourself some ceramic tubes. Uh, uh, People who do pottery work and stuff, you can get these ceramic tubes, and you can insert the ceramic tube into your oven, and then you can have the gas go into that, and you won't get so much heat migration.
Huh.
I have some of those, and that's what I was planning on doing with mine.
You let the cat out of the bag.
I know. Well, I thought I'd let Stan give him an idea. Instead of having the stainless tube in there, you put a ceramic tube in.
Well, I enjoyed Randy. It was a good idea.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody, we had some fun and stuff. Maybe we can, we'll have a show and tell with something or do something different. Maybe
You can show your new hairdo next time.
my new hair. I have to get a haircut. I need a haircut. Yeah. I got this hat from Gary, Tools for Machine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, all righty. All right, you guys. Well, like I said, thank you for everybody for stopping in. Uh, and everything, and we'll try to do this in the future.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Randy.
All right, thank you, Yuchol, for joining in here. We'll see you guys.